Cześć, siemano, z tej strony jest Epic, a to już jest 30 bodajże, bo już sam nie pamiętam, ostatni odcinek był 2 tygodnie temu z Fallouta. Oczywiście mam na sobie dziś pancerz Minetmenów. Co dzisiaj się dzieje? Instytut. Jak obiecałem, idziemy do Instytutu. No i trzeba oczywiście się wywiązać z umowy, którą wtedy daliśmy temu naukowcowi. Czyli raczej jakbym powiedział, że nie chcę w Instytucie, a raczej tak będzie, jak każda frakcja chce, żebym dołączył. A powiem im, że ja nie chcę, no to coś czuję, że no, nie wyjdzie. Więc trzeba się zgodzić, dołączyć do Instytutu. A najpierw z Targeszem trzeba pogadać.
Shouldn't we test it first?
I wish we could, but we've only got the one frequency code. There's no way to test it without actually jacking into the Institute signal. And as soon as we do that, we've used our one and only chance. As soon as the Institute figures out what we did, and I gotta believe those brainiacs won't be caught napping twice, that code we've got is useless.
Let's do this.
You sure? Okay. Your part is simple. Just step onto the platform. I'll start scanning for an Institute signal to lock onto. Then, I fire her up and we see what happens.
No dobra, no to za chwilę staniemy, muszę coś zobaczyć, czy coś działa. Dobra, ogarnąłem, że działa, jest dobrze. No to po prostu stajemy na platformie. Ale to wygląda. No dobra, stoję i co?
Okay, hold real still. I don't want any corruption of the molecular beam. By the way, I figured this was a golden opportunity to find out as much as we can about the Institute and what they're up to. Yeah, this holotape's all set with a program that will scan their network and download anything it finds. Uh-oh. Yeah, we better hurry. And don't worry about that tubing wiggling around. It's, just there for decoration. Okay. Scanning for the Institute signal. Tracking RF. And... got it! Hold on to your butt!
Wow. No to pindolnęło. Ja umarłem. Wow. No to dotarliśmy. Cel podróży. Instytut. A przynajmniej tak to wygląda. Mieliśmy włożyć holotaśmę. Dobra. Holotaśma prototypowa wielosobowego M. Nie, holotaśmaż. To jest to? Tak, to jest to. Dobra, fajnie. Chwila, nie zabrałem chyba to taśmę. Dobra, a nie, chyba jednak mam taśmę, dobra. No to chyba trzeba tu zejść. Hello?
I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I'm known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator.
Mamy ci ufać, dziadek? Czy co? To tak brzmi, jakby to był dziadek, ale nie jestem pewien. I klik guziczek. Co jest? A.
I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have to the Institute.
Holy crap!
This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do.
Jak
For
to?
over
Jeszcze
100
drzewa
years,
są.
we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared
Ja
vision of how science can help
pierdzielę.
shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
Jakbyś nie wiedział. Okrągła winda. I guziczek. Kurde, Sean?
Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Sean? Oh my god. It's really you.
Who are you?
Sean, where is everyone?
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Yes, it's me, your dad. I'm here, Sean.
What's going on? Father? Father!
What do you want me to do, Sean? What can I do?
I don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here. Help me!
Who is Father? Where is he?
Father? Father, help me! He's trying to take me! Father? Father, help me!
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus.
Co?
Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
This is insane. All of it.
The degree of trauma you're experiencing right now is understandable. Please, just try to relax. I know this is all difficult to take in.
Odpowiadaj, złałaś jakbyś do ojca mówił, ja pindole. No przecież on nie jest ojciec. Nieważne.
Just help me understand what's going on here.
I promised answers, and answers you shall have. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined.
Mnie to nie interesuje, ja chcę odpowiedzi.
And suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been rewarded. It's good to finally meet you. After all this time. It's me. I am Sean. I am your son.
How is that even possible?
To jest moja reakcja właśnie teraz,
It's
dosłownie.
a lot to take in the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod And when searching for the sun, you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality. And here I am, raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
Chyba trzeba się kupić, ale ja chcę pytania.
Why? Why take a child? Why take you?
Ah, now that's the question, isn't it? Why me? At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
So the weird science experiments needed specimens. That's why they took you.
In a manner of speaking. Yes. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course. But it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me, after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
Your mother. She never got to see you grow up.
Yes. What happened to her was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems her death was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage.
Collateral damage? Is that all she was to you?
What would you have me say? The world is a dangerous place? Although I think maybe it always was. It's just a bit more honest about it now. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret. And asking what if more often. But what matters now is that you and I have a chance to begin again. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Kellogg. He worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done. What kind of man he was.
You knew the man was a psychopath, but you used him anyway?
Would you have preferred that I turned him loose on the Commonwealth? At least keeping him on a short leash kept the collateral damage to a minimum. The Institute took advantage of Kellogg's vicious nature. I will freely admit that. Institute technology prolonged his life, and his usefulness far beyond any normal human lifespan. He never failed the Institute, but his cruelty became more apparent with every completed objective. I won't lie. It's no coincidence your path crossed his. It seemed a fitting way to allow you, us, to have some amount of revenge. What else can I say to ease your mind?
So you're in charge of the Institute?
I am the acting director, yes. I spent decades working to reach this point. It's a responsibility I take very seriously. The Institute. It's important. It really is humanity's best hope for the future, no matter what those above ground might think of us.
They need your help, Sean. It's rough up there, to say the least.
Oh, we've tried that. Surprised? The Institute once tried to help create a stabilized Commonwealth government. It ended in bickering, infighting. It was a disaster. No. We look after our own now. Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard, I know I can convince you of that. Just give me time. I know there's more for us to discuss. But the Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
You want me to stay here? In the Institute?
Yes, that is what I propose. Is it so hard to imagine? The Institute can provide a better life than anything above ground. You've been in the Commonwealth. You've seen what it's like. I assure you that you are better off with us.
How can you say that? How can you be so dismissive of all those people? Everything they've done?
Because it is the simple truth. And I believe you know it too. I simply ask that you give the Institute, me, a chance. A chance to show you what I've been telling you. We really do have humanity's best interest at heart. Will you take that chance?
I just don't know.
Just give it time. Give the Institute a chance. The Institute is now your home, as much as it is mine. Please take some time, get to know it. Meet the people you'll be working with. You'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in facilities, Dr. Ao in SRB, Dr. Holdren in bioscience, and finally Dr. Lee in advanced systems. They've all been notified of your arrival, of course. Meet them, and then we'll discuss what comes next.
Dobra, ale jak... No raczej chwila. Chyba czegoś już tu nie ogarniam. Okej, później muszę dać holotaśmy. Dobra, to czyli najpierw pozwiedzamy. Mogę stąd wyjść? Tędy? Mogę. O, no to fajnie. Zamykamy.
It's an honor to have you here, sir.
Dobra, co my tutaj mamy? Szczerze chcę to zobaczyć, jak wygląda od dołu.
Almost done. Just need to tighten up this primary drive servo.
That's the third primary drive breakdown this month. As far as I'm concerned, the phase out on these older models can't come soon enough.
Oh, I don't know. Most of them have lasted long past their projected lifespans. If you ask me, they were built pretty well.
I can't argue with that. Even so, I'm ready to see the full Gen 3 roll out.
There we go. All set. Unit, you can return to duty.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thanks again.
Of course.
Chwila, bo tutaj z tą osobą.
Hey, Doc.
They weren't kidding. You really are here. Well, all right. I'm Allie Fillmore. You can think of me as the Institute's chief engineer. When Father told us about you, I could hardly believe it. You've been through so much, I think most people would have just given up. If you don't mind my asking, what was it that kept you going all that time?
I just wanted to find my son and keep him safe.
Now that you've found him, I hope you're proud of the great man he grew up to be. Now, I'll give you a quick rundown of the Facilities Division, and then I'll answer any questions you might have afterward. As you might guess, we keep the Institute's mechanical and electrical systems running smoothly. We maintain and upgrade all of the systems that make it possible to live and work in a place like this. There's a lot of machinery behind these walls that recycles the air and water, and provides power to the laboratories and quarters. The work we do might not be as exciting as some of the other departments, but it's at least as important. So, now that you're here and you've spoken to Father, does that mean you're on board?
On board with what?
The Institute, of course. Sean implied you operated on a level, if not equal, and at least similar to the rest of us. Curious. If there's anything else you'd like to know about the Facilities Division, I'm happy to discuss it.
Who built this place originally? Has it been here long?
The construction of the Institute is the work of generations of scientists. The original survivors of the war, our progenitors, took refuge in the basement of the old Commonwealth Institute of Technology. Over time, their sons and daughters dug deeper into the earth and built increasingly sophisticated habitats and laboratories. It's a process that's still going on today. Even now, we're digging out tunnels for new facilities and infrastructure. Just think what this place will look like 100 years from now. I hope I'm there to see it.
O, no to ciekawe, czyli wiemy, że ładnie można powiedzieć, że to są grzewokrety z Fallouta 76, normalnie.
Authorized personnel only. So Dr. Ayo thinks he can hide in his office, does he? Well, you can tell him that I intend to speak to Father about these unannounced security sweeps of yours. Ransacking my quarters in the middle of the night is totally unacceptable.
I'll pass along your message, Doctor.
See that you do. When the lights go down and the stars come out, man just forgets about all his troubles.
Hi, Doc.
Welcome, welcome. It is so good to meet you. I truly hope you'll come to think of the Institute as your home.
It'll take some time, but I could learn to like it here.
I'm so glad to hear you say so, and promise I'll work hard to make sure that you do. You should know that many of us consider it a great honor to have you here.
Ale dobra, mniejsza z tym, ale kurczę te widoki, jak to wygląda zarąbiście. Dobra. Porozmawiajmy z tymi osobami i zobaczymy, co będzie.
Dr. Orman's lecture on cold fusion was nothing short of a revelation.
Glad you made it. Maybe I should take some courses with me. Send a message.
Please don't. There's enough friction as
To jest ten sytek, z którym gadali.
pretty much all the other departments.
You going soft on me a lot? My methods get results. Will this time as well.
Gdzie on idzie? Teraz jak chcę wejść tutaj. To co on tu idzie? Dobra, ten coś zapisuje. Dobra, mniejsza z tym.
Everyone's excited about the new synth project.
Koniec Instytutu. Jakieś wichajstry. Więcej wichajstrów. Czy jest taki Instytutu? A wezmę. Kitę tej Instytutu pozabieram. Wejdę sobie gdzieś. Gdzie jest ten typ? Tutaj. Siema, kolego.
If the robotics division was more careful, we wouldn't have synths trying to escape.
Doc,
So,
Dr. Seaport,
here you
I've
are.
just been informed
Justin
that
Ayo,
Corsair in
acting
Grid
director of the
J12
synth
stumbled
retention
across a
bureau.
rogue
I'll be
synth
upfront with you.
completely by accident.
We're going to be keeping a close
The
eye
Gen
on you
3
for the near
designation
future.
S1
Despite your
version.
relation to father,
Report indicates that it has
you're a
no
bit of an
memory
unknown
the
quantity.
Institute or the
I'm sure
Living
you
Cell.
understand.
It has been
There won't be any
Seeing as how this was
issues,
not
will
the
there?
initial target, how should we proceed?
Bring it back here for reset. We'll send the Corsair back
I
out.
guess we'll find out.
Indeed. Now, Father has asked that I provide you with a brief overview of the synth retention. Our primary responsibility is the recovery of escaped synths that are hiding among the human population on the surface.
Why would synths want to escape?
Synths do not want. They might look like human beings, but they're machines. As to why they're escaping? That matter is currently under investigation. Our main instrument is the Corsair, a third-generation synth assigned to operate on the surface. Coursers hunt down and reclaim synths that have escaped the Institute. They are highly self-sufficient, trained in combat, infiltration, and tracking. In a word, Coursers are relentless. But I gather you know all this, since you've been calculating already. In fact, I'd very much like to know how you defeated it.
I'm no stranger to combat.
Even so, a Corsair should be more than a match for any single combatant. I suppose I'll have to ask robotics to perform detailed diagnostics on the entire production line. Now, unless you need something else, I'll get back to work.
You mentioned that coursers undergo special training. Tell me more about it.
The SRB constantly monitors our Gen 3 synth population, looking for specific traits. Those who show tenacity, fearlessness, and independence undergo a rigorous training regimen. We teach them armed and unarmed combat, investigative techniques, psychology, and mechanical skills. Those who pass a final evaluation become coursers. The rest have their memories wiped and return to their former duties.
I know it'll be a difficult
Dobra, czyli mamy dane na temat szkolenia łowczych. Zawsze dodatkowe informacje dla Minutemenów albo dla nas, nie wiem. Ale na pewno przydatne są. A już wysiadłem, kurczę, znowu się zagapiłem. No dobra, kolejny dział jest w tym miejscu bodajże. Wow. A to jest szpital jakiś, no.
Will there be any pain?
A porozmawiam jeszcze z tym panem. A, on tutaj coś jej robi.
There. All done. You can return to your duties. And remember to record every symptom you experience in detail.
I hope I'll prove a useful test subject for you, Doctor.
Take good care of yourself, and you won't have to see too much of me.
Hi.
Once you've settled in, I'll want to do a physical and get a file going. No hurry.
Step at a time, Doc. I'm only just getting my bearings here.
I meant it when I said there was no rush. How about you take some time to get comfortable, learn the lay of the land and such. In the meantime, you come see me if you need to get patched up. We'll do that checkup when you're good and ready. Take care of yourself, so I don't have to.
A jeszcze z tą kobietą może chciał porozmawiać. O, tu idzie.
Good to see you.
A to jest normalny naukowiec, dobra. To mniejszy z tym.
What are you going to tell me about this? Phase 3.
No, I can't talk about that.
Kurczę, nie mogę o tym rozmawiać. No szkoda, kurka wódka. O, drzwi. Dobra.
She's been at it for over 2 hours. What is she even testing?
Nothing. At this point, she's just doing it for fun.
Hey there.
Yes? Oh, for goodness sake, I can't find my notes anywhere.
Doctor.
Oh, hi there. Sorry if I seem distracted. I memorized 5 sets of design schematics and now I'm doing detailed mental comparisons.
What kinds of blueprints?
Mostly components for a new plasma pistol concept I've been toying with. High energy weapons are sort of a hobby of mine. Anyway, I'm glad you're here. I just wanted to say how much I admire Father, and that it's an honor to meet you. I really hope you'll stay here with us.
No a co wy to za amunicję? Granty przywołujące syt. Syntka. Energetyczne. Biorę sobie tylko ogniwa i amunicję. Broni Instytutu nie chcę zbytnio. Choć w sumie... jedno mogę sobie na próbę zabrać. No dobra, doktor Lee jest tutaj. I z tego co wiem, ona wystąpiła w Falloutie 3. Nie grałem w 3, ale no kojarzę po prostu. Że ona występowała, więc...
Excuse me, doctor.
Ah, it's you. You're here then. Yes, I know who you are. We all do. While I'm sure Father is very happy that you're here, I do hope it doesn't interrupt our work.
What is it you're working on?
Advanced systems, special projects. You've seen the boy, Synth, already. We've been hard at work on him for quite a while now. Oh, before I forget, let me see that Pip-Boy of yours. I've been told to install a courser chip in it for you. Father's orders. You're to be given full access, with the ability to relay in and out of the Institute at will.
O! Dobra, czyli nie będę musiał zostać.
Thank you. I'm sure that'll come in handy.
Given that the relay is the only way to access the Institute, handy is something of an understatement. In case the significance is lost on you, you'll be the only one here with that kind of access. If nothing else, it should demonstrate the amount of trust Father has placed in you. Now, unless there's something else, I really do need to get back to work.
Raport z postępów. O, to chcę.
Taking your new appointment in stride, I see. Very well. We've shifted resources off of other projects, like the child synth, to focus on Phase 3. I'm hoping that the above-ground efforts are successful. I understand those depend heavily on you.
Kurczę, myślałem, że dowiem się z czegoś bardziej ciekawego, no. Szkoda. No szkórka jak jakieś lasery. Nie przejdę. I jeszcze Gandalf by się przydał takie You shall not pass. Przydałoby się. Dobra, czyli został ostatni dział. I on gdzieś tu.
That was my favorite one.
I will be happy to forward your request to the Bioscience Division. In the meantime, please feel free to enjoy one of our other nutritious and flavorful food supplements.
I want supplement 77.
I am sorry, sir, but that supplement is no longer available.
Useless machine.
Nie ma, kurde. Dobra, ostatni. Mimo iż to Instytut, to jednak widać różnicę między człowiekiem a syntkiem, zwłaszcza jak teraz. Dobra, trzeba się napić. Dobra. Można ruszać. Roślinki hodują. Ciekawe co to w ogóle są za rośliny, jakieś marchewki czy... Co to kurka? Goryle małpy mają. Kurczę, mają goryle, no szkórka budka.
After all, how can we hope to redefine mankind if we can't even hold on to our own humanity?
Well, that's a question best left to our colleagues in the robotics division.
Yes, well...
I suppose you're right.
Skończyliście? Dobra, to najpierw co chcę pogadać.
Seems very taken with you.
Doctor.
Yes, yes, I'm sure that whatever you have to say is very interesting, but now simply isn't the time.
Sorry to bother you then.
Goodbye.
Dziwny facet, dawaj dzień tutaj.
The latest synth generation is just amazing. Those guys in robotics are working miracles.
Hey, Doc.
Welcome. So good to have you here. Dr. Clayton Holdren, head of the Bioscience Division. I can't wait for you to see the work we're doing. It's truly amazing.
Like what?
I was just about to explain that. As the name implies, the Bioscience Division specializes in fields of study such as botany, genetics, and medicine. Our most important directive is to ensure the health and well-being of everyone in the Institute. To that end, we cultivate highly specialized breeds of flora for use in food and medicine. We've even started to explore the idea of synthetic animal life. You probably saw the gorillas. They're really just a pet project at this point, but the potential is exciting nonetheless.
Seems like there's nothing you guys can't do.
Hard work and ingenuity, any challenge can be overcome. I'm sure I've taken up enough of your time as it is. But I have to ask, have you decided whether you'll join us?
I'm not sure. Right now, I'm just trying to keep an open mind.
It's a big decision, I know. But it's also a rare and important opportunity. No need to rush to judgment. In any case, I imagine you'll want to continue looking around. Or, if you prefer, I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have.
You mentioned medical care. I might need that from time to time.
In that case, you'll want to introduce yourself to Dr. Dean Volkert. He's our top biologist and also serves as the Institute's resident physician. Dr. Volkert works in the infirmary. Just pay him a visit whenever you need to. You won't find better medical care anywhere else in the Commonwealth. I'll promise you that.
Okej, dobra. Czyli mamy, rozumiem, wszystkich obgadanych. Ja myślę, że mogę tu zakończyć odcinek. W sumie mamy umowę do wypełnienia dla naszego naukowca, dzięki któremu się tu dostaliśmy. Więc trzeba tu zostać, bo coś chyba pamiętam, że tutaj ma być jego ośrodek badawczy, że tak to nazwę, więc trzeba tu zostać chwilę, pomyśleć nad tym wszystkim. Ale po prostu myślę, że w tym miejscu się pożegnamy, albo przy gorylach, będzie ładniej. O, no właśnie, dokładnie. Tak więc, mam nadzieję, że się odcinek spodobał. Instytut już nasz, można powiedzieć, dostępny. Więc trzymajcie się, do zobaczenia w następnym odcinku. No i buja po prostu.